Hello and welcome to episode 45 of the Disconnected Gamers podcast, where we reconnect with life, gaming. I'm one of your hosts, Andrew, because you should know that it's Andrew. Also with me, the man who needs no introduction, but we give it to him anyways.
As always. I mean, if they don't know,
They should know.
They should know. It's your boy, Mike.
And what is going on, Mike? What's up?
Just got back from a small little in-town convention.
Nice.
It's kind of cold outside, but
It's
not
cold
really.
here too. It's cold here too.
Like, it's not like freezing cold. I guess it's more of because there's a good breeze, so it's the wind chill, I guess, more than it is.
What's your best guess at the temperature? Like, are we talking like 40s or 50s or
I'd say
30s? 50s? Yeah, it's like in the 40s here at night. It's really annoying. It's cold in the morning, it's okay in the daytime, and then it's cold again at night.
The cold just kicks back in, comes back, sneaks back in.
Sneaks back in with a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
It's miserable.
Not always a big fan.
No, I hate the cold. I don't even deny it.
I don't mind it, but I don't know. I have my days.
For sure. So it is Sunday, November 15th.
It
is a couple days or so after the release of a few games.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you've heard this one, sleeper hit. I don't think anyone knew about this game at all. I don't think anybody knew this game was coming out. Have you heard of this game called Fallout?
I think I have.
You might have heard of it. Okay, not everybody has heard of this game. So this is it's weird too, because this is Fallout, the fourth one, and it's really not the fourth, because I guess there were some other ones that came out.
Right.
So nobody knew about this game coming out. It's weird. Sold 12 million copies. It's a lot of copies.
Like first initial
within the first, I don't know if it was 12 million copies in the first day. I don't think it was. I think it's within the first few days.
First few days. Okay, that's not bad.
Let's hold on. I'll bring it up. I had it up. So this is VentureBeat.com. Dean Takahashi, which is weird because there's a character in the game whose name is Takahashi. Bethesda says it shipped 750 million and 12 million copies for Fallout 4's launch. Bethesda said it has shipped 12 million copies, or $750 million worth of post-apocalyptic role-playing game Fallout 4 to retailers for its launch day. And it says the follow-up shipments have already begun, which they claim suggests that the initial copies have sold out, making it one of the game's biggest launches this year. So, yeah, I mean, they haven't. It doesn't appear that numbers have been officially published, but that would be
right. Yeah, so they're not. It's probably going to be.
I mean, if you ship 12 million copies to retailers and people are putting in orders for more, I would think that means that.
Yeah, I was going to say, do pre-orders count, or is it just what is actually sold?
I honestly don't know, because something came into question about the NPD reports on some games, because it didn't include like Uncharted. Nathan Drake Collection was at the bottom, was like 7th out of 10, which is, I say it's at the bottom of the list, like that's really good. But apparently that does not include digital sales, and it might not include bundles. So if you bought a Nathan Drake bundle, which I bet you a ton of people did, because why wouldn't you pay $3.49 and get a game for free?
Right, exactly.
That those numbers could be skewed. So
count.
Obviously there's no if Bethesda shipped 12 million copies to retailers, that doesn't include digital copies, because that's only talking about what they have shipped. You don't ship a digital copy.
Right.
It's delivered right to you, right? So in theory, I suppose that means it's it could be 12 million plus. My guess is it's probably the aggregate is probably somewhere around the 12 million mark, include because they've shipped a ton and some retailers are asking for more, but maybe not every retailer has sold out of all the copies they had.
Right. Exactly.
I have not taken a trip to my local Stop Game or Target, but I can't say that they're sold out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would be curious to know if they were. That's just because.
Right.
So
I wonder if,
yeah.
I don't know. I was just saying, I wonder if it's going to sell out on Black Friday then. Not that it's going to be it's going to be discounted, but I mean, it's the holidays,
right? I mean, is that when people are going to pick up the game for their,
right? Yeah, my kid
for the
wants
kid
this.
or whatever? Like, girlfriend's going to get it for a boyfriend, boyfriend's going to get it for a girlfriend.
Right, some kind of bundle or whatever. Maybe it'll come in a bundle.
Right. Well, I was going through this is another thing that I don't know that people know what this is. It's called newspapers, and it's printed paper with the news on it that you read. Okay, it's not a phone. It's not digital. They actually print written word onto paper and deliver it to you. And in with those, I don't read the newspapers. I read the ads that come with the newspaper. So you've got like a Target flyer, a Best Buy flyer, a Toys R Us, what have you, depending on your local region and what things going on. Anyways, besides the point, Target has a bunch of stuff for, get a gift card if you buy an Xbox One, or get a free game if you buy get a gift card and a free game when you buy an Xbox One. But Fallout 4 was excluded from that list. It said excludes Fallout 4, Battlefront, and I think there was two other games because it was the Xbox One, and it says that it includes the Xbox One that comes with Gears of War. So there must be a $349 Xbox One with Gears of War because the flyer just showed the Xbox One console.
Right, just gotcha.
So at Target you can get an Xbox One and a gift card and a free game, but you can't get Fallout 4. And then if you want, Target also had a deal for $600. You get for $600 you get a LG 42-inch TV and a PS4.
A PS4, yeah. I think Best Buy has one like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's LG. I think it's Samsung or something like that, or Sony. I mean,
it's whatever. LG and Samsung allegedly share panels anyway, so who cares?
I think it'd be Samsung or whatever, but you get an Xbox One Lego bundle or something like that for
plus a TV,
I think it's
and it's a little bit. It's less than
exactly. Because I think it's a 32-inch TV, so it's not a huge TV.
So am I curious to see how the sales pick up? I mean, but my thing is I think we'll see sales on certain games jump on Black Friday anyways. I think we'll see Halo pick up. I think we'll see Nathan Drake Collection bump up. I think we'll see Fallout, Battlefront, because people are going to be getting those games right now, but there's also people who are just waiting. There's also people who they probably got one or the other right now, and they'll get one at Black Friday, hopefully with a slight discount.
Because
they're not going to rush to buy two games when they know that they might be dumping hours into Fallout. So they'll be like, I'll get Fallout now, I'll play the hell out of that. Black Friday comes along, scout out some deals, maybe snipe something, grab a couple extra games that I'll probably hopefully have finished Fallout by that time, and it won't be a big deal. And then you've got your Black Friday into Christmas, and then you've got your Christmas and your post-Christmas nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I mean, I think a lot of people tend to do their shopping, all their Christmas shopping between
the holidays.
Gray Thursday, which is the day before Black Friday, and I'm making up Gray Thursday. I don't think they call that. And then the week after. But who won't be selling anything on Black Friday? REI. They're closing all the stores. They don't want anyone working on Black Friday. And
Fair enough.
Think it's fucking awesome.
They had
they ran the ads because it was all we want our families to be with their families,
right?
Because I mean, it's REI. It's a what do they call themselves? It's not a. It's a. this is gonna drive me nuts. They don't refer to themselves as like the same business model. Everyone is technically a member of the REI, conglomerate or whatever. So whatever. Somebody would have to just go to their website and look it up. It's in their like company model thing of the way they operate. So anyways, they want everybody just to be home or outdoors and getting back to what the point of these holidays are, not to be fucking trampling people for 10-cent towels.
Yeah. Jeez.
And I think Walmart has. It's weird that we went from Fallout into Black Friday, but
we'll come back to Fallout.
Yeah, we'll come back. Walmart's doing the Black Friday deals, like $300 for a PS4 plus a game, but they're doing it so that you can get these deals online too, which is kind of nice. I'm glad that more companies are starting to do the online deals because it's the amount of pandemonium at these fucking stores.
You don't want to wait in line.
Absurd. I don't care about the waiting in line. I don't give a shit. It's the fact that people are like literally elbowing you and pushing you and trying to trip you and like swiping stuff out of your hands. Like, and I won't say that I don't think I've ever taken part in it because I don't think I've ever once gone out on Black Friday except to like McDonald's, to get food because I'm like, fuck that. But I remember that my brother was at Target or Walmart or whatever, and they were going back and forth looking for I don't even remember exactly what it was, but they were looking for like a kid's toy, and then they were trying to get a 3DS for my other brother, the Zelda one.
Yeah.
And they had gone to like 4 Targets or whatever, and they'd gone to this Target and they're talking, and there's a cart full of junk. Like, clearly someone's cart that they were going to purchase stuff, but they had left the cart. And the Target person was just like, they're not here. And the Target person took it out of their cart and gave it to them. And we're like, you're here, you want it? Boom. And it was the Target person that took it out of their... And I don't blame them, because that person could have just been filling a cart and then walking away, or filling a cart and then deciding that they didn't want it. And it's like...
True.
But that's the kind of shit that happens on Black Friday. Like, if you leave a cart with stuff in it and somebody wants it, like, don't expect it to stay there.
That's true.
And so I wouldn't abandon it on that either. I also think it's kind of weird that they had the 3DS out of the, like, like it wasn't normally when you buy video game things like
on Black Friday.
They're with you, but on Black Friday it's like it's all out because they don't even want to deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you just open it and grab it.
Yep. Yeah. I would not want to be. I would not want to work on. I mean, I would want to work on Black Friday, but like, I think I just want to help bag stuff or like carry shit out to people's cars. Like, I don't want to. I want to be the guy who's on shopping cart duty. I want shopping cart duty on Black Friday. I want to be the least responsible for anyone's aggravation.
Pass that to someone else.
Exactly. Pass the buck on. And like the kid who got trampled a couple years back at the Walmart, it's just it's stuff like that where like, for me it's like, I get it. The deals for some people, they need this. They need these discounts. They need these deals. They cannot afford these items otherwise. And those people I sympathize with. They do not have a choice. But the people who are just grasping to save a few bucks when they could probably afford it anyways, I don't like those people. I think it's absurd. I think it's ridiculous how crazy these people get over this stuff. So I'm not gonna lose sleep over not necessarily getting, the best deals on certain products. I'll just deal with it. I'll pay the full price on a day where I don't have to get, I don't have to deal with the extra stress of shopping.
No, right now. Nope. No way.
No way. Get real. No way. Yeah. So that's. I mean, we'll probably talk about. Will we talk about Black Friday again, or is Black Friday going to be on us before the next podcast? No, right?
Oh yeah, we got another week.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the next weekend, and then that previous week. Yeah, we'll be.
No, isn't it next week? Because isn't it like the 22nd?
Yeah, no, yeah, next week because we have that episode on Sunday, and then Thursday is Black Friday.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
I can't do math. Yeah.
Yeah, so we could talk about the deals on the 22nd, and then
Right, for sure.
go from there. Like if we want to pick anything, go up what we would pick up, et cetera, et cetera.
Me, I'd love to pick up lots of things. I will probably pick up nothing because I have no money. So that's solved. Yeah, it's anyways. So, but Fallout 4, this game that nobody's ever heard of, selling millions and millions of copies. It's a fun game. I won a copy, which was cool.
Nice.
So Lady Luck has been favoring me lately, and it's well appreciated for serious because as many of you know, I think we talked about it in the last podcast, how I've been in the search of a new job. So the interim of trying to get into a new job is a little, there's uncertainty. It makes you nervous. It makes you, I know I can always get a seasonal job, at a place like Target or Home Depot or whatever, because we're at that point in time where seasonal jobs are available. So I'm not terribly worried, but I would like to focus my efforts on getting a job that I want, not a job that I need to have. So
exactly.
So Lady Luck has been favoring me, and it's been very much appreciated.
Just keep it going.
Yeah, I know, right? So Fallout 4, I've never played a Fallout. Never played any of them. I've seen them. I never really paid much attention to them.
So you knew of them, but it wasn't like I know.
Yeah, like I didn't know that the original 2 Fallouts were like third person, top down, like point and click.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that's how far back the series had gone. Yeah. So when somebody was telling me like, oh, I should play them all, I completely had no idea that was like that was what I was getting into. I didn't even it just didn't register, like, because I had seen Fallout 3 and New Vegas. So like I just assumed that they were like first person shooters with third person, perspective where you could change it.
Yeah.
I understood that it was like nuclear Fallout and all that fun stuff.
Right.
But I had never actually played any of the Fallout games, and so this is my first foray into the game, it's nice because for me it's a series that I'm going into blind. And I don't particularly play
these types of games.
Well, not even so much these types of games, because I play RPGs for sure. But I don't play I've never played Bethesda games, I guess would be the thing. Like I've never played Skyrim. I've never played Elder Scrolls. That's it's fucking chewing tobacco or dip, whatever it is. I've never played like those games, Skyrim
types of,
but I've played Zeldas, I've played Tales games, I've played, I've never really played Final Fantasy games either, right? So, when the remake eventually comes out on PS4, I'll probably get that.
Yeah. Nice.
But I am enjoying it.
Good.
I feel that it is a time suck. In that,
you'll rack up a whole bunch of time by
I've already played 40 hours of the game.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, like it says I've played a day in 17 hours, so 24 and 17 would be like 41 hours.
Jeez.
A long time. I've been stream. What's fun is I've been streaming it too. So like I'll be streaming the game and I'll be playing, and then I look down at the clock and it's like I started at like 8:00, and then I look down at the clock and it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, what? And then I play for 2 more hours and I go to bed at 4 a.m. and then it's like, so I hate that about the game. I hate how much
time it takes up.
Well, not so much that it takes up so much time, but that I can't keep track of how much time I'm putting into the game. Like, I would love to just be like, play for 4 hours, play for 5 hours, and then like boom, done.
That's it. Yeah, that's
But
it.
then it's like, oh, well, let me just go do this. Let me just go do that. Let me spend some time on my settlement. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, God, I got to stop doing this.
Yeah.
So I hate that about the game.
Mm-hmm.
I would, me personally, I don't know about you, I have been experiencing some issues, some technical issues with the game that are a bit frustrating. I've had the frame rate drop pretty frequently for me.
That did that to me once.
Yeah, I've had, like, I'll be just playing and, like, I can see that it's the, objects in the distance, like towers, buildings, whatever, like they're fading in and out. So the game's trying to process it as I'm going in and out of, like, whatever the bounds are for the way the game generates the environment that's visible to you. Right. And the game just starts to really struggle to keep up.
Oh, so basically it's basically attempting to render, but it's like, nope.
Yeah, like, nope. And then the game just slows down and you start to see how choppy it gets. Like, I won't say it's dipped to like 1 frame or 5 frames, but if it was running at 60, I could see it having gone to like 30. Mm-hmm. And if it was running at 30, I could see it have dropping like 10 or 20 frames. Like, it's still moving, but like you can see that it's very choppy. And that's happened to me whether I've been streaming it or not. And I am streaming directly from the PS4. I'm not using the alpha to do it. So maybe there's a part where it's happening a little bit more often when I'm streaming because the PS4 itself is trying to do the extra work of streaming it, plus all the rendering nonsense that's going on.
Right, yeah.
But people in some of the reviews for Fallout 4 said the Xbox version ran smoother, and I'm curious. I would have, if I was, hype enough on the Bethesda train, I would have loved to have had an Xbox One copy as well to see how it held up. Right. I'd be curious to see if the Xbox One version did run better. And I don't.
Yeah, it's like a test it out.
Yeah, just out of curiosity. Because I am getting a little bit frustrated with that. I think that if you go to my Twitter @SoAfterISaid, for those of you listening, if you don't already follow me, you can see as of like today, I've posted a whole bunch of video clips of just random stuff happening. Like, there's one dude just running into a rock, and then he's like, boom, he's on top of the rock. When I'm like in interaction scenes with people, like talking to them, and like random shit is happening in the background. Like, there's one where I posted where I'm talking to a guy and somebody just walks off the roof of a building. But like they weren't on the I don't recall them being on the roof of the building when I started talking to him, because it was like a hut. So like, how did he get up there and why did he walk off? And then, like, 2 seconds later, I'm talking to another guy, and the same guy walks in front of the two of us.
Interesting.
So that is one of those things that's weird.
Right.
Like, it's not breaking the gameplay, but it's totally fucking with the immersion. And, it makes me laugh. It's not like, it doesn't kill the gameplay. I just kind of look at it and I'm like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
It's frozen once. The game has completely frozen once. It was while I was streaming, but it was when I went to... The game was starting to get really choppy, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop and save the game. And I hit pause, and I open up the menu, and I hit X on save, and the game just froze.
Oh.
So I was like, shit. Because I'm thinking in my head, like, how far back was the last time that I saved? Or that it auto-saved?
Hopefully you save often.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Well, that's the thing. So I've heard that with Bethesda games, you should be running like 2 saves, constantly, simultaneously, which was something I was not doing. And now I have like 50 auto saves and like 2 regular saves. But my thing is I watched a streamer, and I don't know what his name was because I just was looking at Fallout streams, and he was playing on PC, and literally he was doing one instance over and over again until he got the outcome he wanted. And I'm like, dude, I don't have the time for that. Like, one, on a PC, it appears that saving and loading your saves was like instantaneous for him. Like, so he obviously has like a beast machine. But just in general, he probably had it on a hotkey for like save the game and like load last save. So he's we're literally sitting watching him stream, and I've said literally like 4 times because I was literally holding my phone watching it on Twitch.
Right.
And I don't know what part of the game it is, and I apologize if this is spoilery, but he was with some detective guy, and he was talking to a bunch of dudes who were dressed up as like 50s characters. And there was a woman with them, and he was trying to sway the woman to turn her back on the dudes she was with and like help them. And so his charisma was up because he kept like showing us his inventory and like he had high charisma. And so he would do the first like persuasion thing and it wouldn't work, and he would do the second time to try and get her to do it. And if she didn't do it, he would just reload the save. And then keep trying it until he got her to sway. Right? So then he got her to sway, so he saves it there because then there's a huge fight and he wants her to survive. So then it became watching him load a save, shoot at a bunch of dudes, then get killed or she gets killed. Reload the save, shoot a bunch of dudes. Okay, she's alive here. Save again. And then load the save. And then save again. And then load the save. And I was like, this is not fun.
No.
I think I watched for like 20 minutes and I was like, this would totally take the fun out of the game.
Yeah, nope.
Like, I get that you can run congruent saves and you can have like two saves at the same time, so you can kind of like gauge your options of like, I know that apparently in like Fallout 3 or New Vegas, like you can blow something up or not blow something up at the end of the game, and
that's actually not even the end of the game. It's like the middle of the game.
Oh,
or not even the middle.
Okay, so that's I've never played it. I just know that everybody always talked about like, you know, depending on what path you take. So you'd have to have 2 saves, so you can have one save going this way and one save going that way. Like, watching him play it made me so mad because I was like, this is not fun. I don't see this as entertaining. You are literally like rigging the game so that you get the outcome you want rather than just playing the game and letting the experience and letting it happen. Like, play the game again if you want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yep.
So to that point, that would be near impossible to do on the PS4. Because it takes so long to go in and out of the save menus, I would go fucking nuts.
Bonkers, yeah.
Trying to load those saves because like somebody died. I'd be like, this is taking too long. Screw it, they're dead. And that happened to me. I was at, I don't even know where I was. I was at like a dam or like a water thing or something because there were like water towers. And I just like, I heard like people fighting. So I like walked over and it like went into one of those scenes where like, you know, you can get the 4 prompts to like answer the questions. And it was like, they wanted to kill the guy. And my thing, and he was just like, just let me go. Like, I'm just trying to get to somewhere, you know, please just let me go. So I'm like, all right, dude, just fucking let him go. Just let him go. He hasn't done anything. Just let him go. And the guy's like, over my dead body. So I was like, fine, fuck it. And it became a fight, right? And so I pull out my rifle, and I had an automatic rifle at the time, and I just unloaded. I killed all of them. I killed the dude I was trying to help. I killed the 2 people who were trying to kill him. And I was like, well, yep, he's dead. Yeah, well, I hope he wasn't important.
That's great.
And I was like, I should really reload my save so that I can like save him, right? So I can keep him alive because maybe he needs to go somewhere and maybe he helps me out later in the game. And I was just like, don't even care. Don't even care. I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth going in and out of the saves. If I kill somebody and they needed to live, like, then I'll just have to cross that bridge when I get to it. To me, that is, I think, more entertaining than constantly going back and forth with saves to kind of choose your out. Like, it's not like, this isn't like a choose your adventure book where you can just flip to page 59 and read it and it's, you know, like, so much is at play in this game. Like, just let it play out.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, nope. Just play it. You want to get a different outcome? Replay the game.
Yeah. And like I get it if but it'll take me another like 40 hours to play the game. No, it won't because you already know how to do everything. And you know what things you need to do, you know what side quests you don't need to worry about, you know like what level you should probably be at to fight certain enemies, like
exactly.
What skill trees to level up, like I would never want to do that. And like, oh man, there's no way I would never want to have to sit there and screw with the save menu on a PS4. And I imagine that the Xbox is no faster. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't ever use games where I kind of have to like work with saves, but it's so that's just that was totally an aside to how other people might play the game. And maybe you play the game that way if you're listening. I'm sorry, but I think it's dumb. Like, no, I really think it's dumb. I really think you take the fun out of it when you're trying to choose everything and perfect to whatever your ideal way of playing the game is. Part of me at one point was like, screw it, I'm just going to kill everybody. Everybody's dead. Fuck it. Preston Garvey, dead.
Yep.
The little kid in Diamond City, dead.
Dead.
Robots, dead. Like, Cyborg Jesus, dead.
Dead.
Fucking, Vault Kid, dead.
Everybody, go on.
Like, spoiler alert, at the beginning of the game, your son is kidnapped. When you find your son, dead. I'm going to kill him. I don't know. I don't know if he is dead or not. I honestly don't know. I haven't finished the game. But I'm saying when I find him, I'm going to kill him. If I find him, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to just kill everybody. Nobody gets a pass.
Go back, reshoot your life.
Dog meat, dead.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, Fallout 4, the Everybody's Dead edition. Like how far can you play the game?
That's the thing I like about that game is if you want to kill almost everything, by all means, do it.
Yeah, see how much fun it is.
Yeah,
just run when you level up your perks. Just level up the Lone Wanderer perk, so that you always get boosts for being on your own, because you probably will be for the foreseeable future of the game.
True.
It's anyways, what I'm trying to get at is the game is fun, and I know that I'm always critical of games. I'm critical of games because it's fun to be critical of the games. That's why they're made. Like, they're made for me to interpret it and screw with it. Especially a game like this. There's so much to do. But like, I don't want to sit there and go back and forth.
No. Right.
Have you found have you gone like legendary hunting?
Legendary hunting.
So there are legendary enemies, and it says like legendary.
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
And they always have a piece of legendary gear on them.
Okay, yeah, a legendary gold popped up on me.
Yeah,
like I got like a special wrench.
Yep, you get special. Yeah, I have quite the collection of special gear now. And this is I see a lot of parallels between, and maybe this is a thing that existed in, that people said about the other games. Fallout 4 reminds me a lot of Borderlands and Dying Light.
Yeah.
Like, if you took Borderlands and Dying Light and kind of put them together, it's very much what I feel like. And just add Nuclear Holocaust, and it's Fallout 4.
Basically, yeah. No, it's pretty spot on.
Because like there's been talk that everybody's been saying Fallout 4 is their game of the year, and like I keep trying to compare this game to Dying Light, and like things that I like way more about Dying Light, and things that I don't like about Fallout 4, and like the scales keep tipping in Dying Light's favor. Dying Light might end up being higher on my list. I think people forget about that game a lot.
Oh yeah.
But I think that like in the way that you collect junk and materials in Dying Light and Fallout 4, and then you have to go to like workplaces to work on your weapons and craft them, and I think that the lock picking is identical between those two games, except the mechanics of it functionally are better in Dying Light. I think it's just easier to kind of control like the bobby pin.
Really, I don't think it's that bad in Fallout 4.
It's just really annoying because like it seems like with if you're holding the DualShock 4, right, it's the left thumbstick that controls the bobby pin, right? In Dying Light, I felt that if I just put the stick to the top, right, just held the stick forward like I was walking forward, and then just kind of dragged it left or right, its position matched exactly where the thumbstick was.
Oh, yeah.
In Fallout 4, it basically seems like you just use the thumbstick to go left and right, and the bobby pin just goes left and right along the top half of the lock.
Right.
So, like, I always try, like, in the way that I would play Dying Light, I always just bring the thumbstick right to where I want the bobby pin to be. But it doesn't work that way. I just have to kind of joystick it over to it.
Right.
Yeah. And I have the sensitivity in Fallout very high because I've always said, I'm a sensitive guy. And I like my sensitivity to be high for, like, fluid movement. And it still feels a little janky to me. Whereas Dying Light, I always felt it was more... I had more control.
It's where you want it.
Yeah, like I think Dying Light has way better control, especially because of the parkour mechanic. Like the controls just had to be tighter for all of that to work.
Right.
Fallout doesn't have a climbing mechanic or a parkour mechanic. It just has like jumping, crouching, and walking. Yeah. But I just feel like the controls are not as smooth in Fallout. Take it as you will. I mean, it's not like it's not terrible. I find that I have a little bit of trouble aiming. And again, it comes from when I was a kid. I always played PC games with a mouse where my sensitivity was always high to begin with, so that I didn't have to move the mouse very far. Yep. The whole point came from being efficient with my movement, so that I didn't have to move my hand a lot off of the mouse pad to aim.
Right. Less
the whole screen, yes.
Or less correction.
Yeah, so my whole thing with high sensitivity on console games is the same thing. I don't have to move the thumbstick very high,
Right. You can get it just right
where I need to be, So that's whatever. I'm doing fine,
Right. No, yeah.
I've probably died a dozen times in the game. I don't really die often. But I've died in some hilarious ways.
Yeah, the deaths make me laugh. Like I got shot with a rocket launcher, just exploded.
Yeah. So there's one part where you're in like a refinery or a car manufacturer plant or whatever, and there's like vats of molten steel or whatever, molten iron, I don't know. And it was one of those moments where you had to... And this was what was frustrating. It was one of those moments where I knew that for this quest to be completed, I had to keep the person alive. So I didn't save before I went into the room. I saved like right when I walked into the room, which sucked.
Oh.
So yeah. That was one of those times where like I wasn't constantly loading my saves. It was just like we started, and it was like if they died within 2 seconds, I just would run and jump into this vat of molten lava. Or whatever it was. Because it was like, it didn't matter if I killed the other 6 people in the room. The person I needed alive is dead. So I probably did it maybe 30 times. Because they kept running towards the enemies. And I'm like, no, would you run away from them? Like, I can't command you like I can command, like, Dogmeat or whoever's with me. Like, I just needed him to run, like, behind where cover was. So that I could then get in between him and the enemies and just kill them. And it would be like we'd start, he'd die, and then I would just run forward and jump into the vat because I was like, screw it, I'm dead. But what was funny was every single time it would respawn after that, and it would cut to me. My body would be on fire because I had just gone into the pit. So for whatever reason, when it reloaded the scene, my character was still suffering from the effects of what had just happened to me. So I was like, every single time I was doing it, my body was just on fire. Like I was a fireman, I guess, or something. Like, I don't know, a molten guy, like a superhero with fire powers.
Right.
And that was just, it was just kind of, I just kind of chuckled because I was like, that's kind of dumb, but it's,
yeah.
But, like, it was one of those things, like, yes, in that instance, I needed that person alive. So I just kept running it until I got it
Mm-hmm.
to come, but I would not have sat there and constantly swiped my saves in and out,
No.
Because that would have just taken forever. There's just no way.
Yeah.
No way. Get real.
Just fucking quit.
Thinks he's over here bossing over. No way.
No way.
But I don't know. I've been talking a lot. What do you think? Like, what's happened that you think is funny or sweet weapons or? How many hours are you in? Because I haven't seen you online much. So unless you're playing like offline or something.
No, I've been playing online. I need to check actually. I really don't know. I want to say it's probably less than you. I know that.
What level? Like, what level are you?
I think I'm level 11.
Okay, yeah, I'm level. Well, I'll be level 22 as soon as I pick. I've leveled up. I just don't know. Like, this was something I was talking to CJ about yesterday when I was streaming. Like, how I've been leveling up, and he's like, "You're not I guess I'm not doing it right. Like, I guess most people pick like 3 things and just max those out.
Yeah, there's a specific way you can play, but not everyone has to play it that way.
Yeah, I'm currently just like spreading it out across the perks that I want. Mostly focusing on damage. Like damage.
I think most saying it's like, was it intelligence, agility, and whatever starts with the P, perception or something like that.
That's what you're running?
No, that's what as far as I know, that's what most people have said to max out. Like don't worry about anything else right away.
What are you leveling up? Like, what's your play style?
I want to be good with words, so I think like a high charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Try to be a little bit speedy. Sometimes I like the melee, so I'll just kind of quickly try to run up and butt stock him with my gun, or I had a shock baton that I like to use and beat him up with that.
Okay, so you're a melee guy.
I'm a melee guy. Speed, like speed and intelligence.
Does it so now?
Charisma, so I can talk my way out of stuff if I don't want to fight someone.
It happened a lot. I haven't ended up in a lot of situations where I thought that I had a choice. I'm pretty sure it went from like they asked me a question and I was just like, gun.
It ends up like that. Like I want to play a specific way, but I'm just like, nope, this guy's pissing me off. Shoot him in the face.
Yeah,
right. That and way too much customization. Like I'll go look for parts and like, all right, cool, back to a bench so I can put this part on there.
I didn't know you could fast travel for the first like 10 hours of the game. So I was just fucking walking everywhere.
Oh wow!
That was why it took so long, because I'm like, Jesus, it takes forever to get back and forth. And like somebody was like, I was watching a stream and somebody was like, and I'm just gonna fast travel back, and I was like, what? This whole time?
Yep. You can fast travel.
I do like that they make it so you cannot fast travel if you are overweight, like you have too much stuff.
If you get a perk, you can. If you max out a specific perk, you can.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, someone was arguing about that with someone else in a chat I was in, and I looked it up. I was like, well, no, you can. They were right. They weren't wrong. You can. You just have to have a perk. You can't just do it, willy-nilly. Because someone was saying, oh, no, you can do it whenever you want. I was like, the other guy was, no, you can't. I was like, and he was, one wasn't wrong. They're both not
They're
wrong,
both not wrong, but they just were slightly, that's fine.
Yeah,
I've upgraded my strength a lot because I want to be able to carry a ton of stuff, because I always find that I don't have enough weapons.
Yep.
And now, like, my selection of weapons with their upgrades and stuff, they're starting to weigh a lot. So, like, most of my weight is just in guns. So I was finally like, this is crazy. I gotta work on that. But then, like, I didn't understand how the armor components worked. So then, like, now I have armor that has extra strength attached to it, which is super helpful.
Oh, very helpful, yeah.
And then also for defense, just in general. And what else did I? Because I had been upgrading guns and not touching my armor at all, like my gear.
Yep. Oh, I always go to armor too.
Yeah.
changing the material or whatever it is.
Changing the materials and stuff and upgrading them so like they're like lead lined so they have good radiation, or pocketed so they hold more stuff.
A whole bunch of stuff, yep.
And then like one of them, I've lucked out with a few pieces of legendary armor that like give me crazy boosts. Like one of the pieces of armor I have gives me +1 strength and +1 agility. Like just straight off the bat, Vault Tech perks +1.
Dang.
So I'm like, sweet. And it's fairly good strength to begin with. Like I have yet to find, I found like 2 pieces of gear that were definitely stronger, but losing the strength and agility perk wasn't worth it because it adds 20 like points to my carry ability. So it's like going from like 280 to 300 is a difference when you're, when I'm constantly sitting at like 195 in gear to begin with.
Right.
I also figured out a good way to get around the weight thing is I do not carry any of the mods for the weapons.
Oh.
So I take all of the mods and I dump them in an armor workbench at one of the locations. So now the sucky part is that I only can make weapons at that particular location. So I have to be able to fast travel back to that location when I want to spend time working on weapons or see if I can work on weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But currently, because I'm limited to gun nut rank 2, I don't think I can go to gun nut 3 until I'm level 25. I can't add the perks to some of the weapons I have that I want.
Right.
So like it's not a big deal that I don't have all these mods with me to like craft weapons on the go. I generally find that if I want to spend some time working on weapons, I grab a bunch of gear and I go to particular workbench and work on the weapons there, and then if I need materials, I'll go to the like
basically wherever it is,
the other like I keep all like I basically dump all of my junk I was dumping it at Sanctuary Hills, the first settlement that you basically get, and then the next place, which is right down the way up the road a piece, as they would say, is the Red Rocket gas station.
Yep.
So that's where I have all the weapon stuff. Can you hear the dog barking?
Yep.
God damn it. That's a dog. So, yeah. So, anyways, I keep all of the. You're just gonna have to deal with the dog.
That's fine. I'm not worried.
No, I meant the people listening to the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna have to just put up with it. So generally, I will just keep all the weapon mods at the Red Rocket place, and most of the junk I have been keeping at Sanctuary. Because that was the thing, right? I need to start spacing it out so that because I would go to these other places that were nearby me, and they don't have anything. So, like, I finally started doing the method of, like, I'll collect a bunch of junk, and once I'm full, I'll leave wherever I am, I'll fast travel back to one place, and I'll dump all the junk. Check out my weapon mods, like repair power armor if I need to, and then go back. And it's like, so basically I'm pack muling a lot, which is not necessarily congruent. It's not conducive to like getting anything accomplished really in a timely fashion, because I'm never completing a quest and then like going and getting materials and going back. Pretty much all I'm doing is just getting junk, going back, dumping it, and then going back and being like, oh, let me get more junk, and then dumping it, and then completing the quest, and then going back.
Yeah.
It's, I could go on and on. That's the thing, and that's the thing about this game, right? It's we've been talking for almost an hour already, or I should say, I've been talking in because that's how it goes. So that's the thing about Fallout right now, is that I find that I'll set out to do like some small thing, and like 3 or 4 hours goes by, and I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, same.
So
like, I'm gonna go do this quest. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah. So
something else pops up.
Yeah. So it's like, I haven't gone back to Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider, not Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Right.
I was playing that last week. I have not gone back to that because of Fallout 4.
Because of
I haven't
Fallout
played
4,
anything really, with the exception of Fallout 4. I stopped playing Destiny.
Oh wow!
I
dang.
guess I load up Fallout and I just
that's
play.
saying something then, because usually your go-to is Destiny, like
I know.
regardless.
Now my go-to is Fallout.
It's saying something.
And I'm not even like worried about not getting gear and stuff for my character in Destiny.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing, right? And this is probably one of those games that will make me be like, meh, and I'll move on from Destiny onto something else.
Right.
You know? And like the next game that'll come out after Fallout, I'll play that.
Right, exactly.
But it's one of those things. I wonder what the shelf life is on a game like Fallout. How many people are gonna beat this and then go back and rebeat it like fresh character? How much are they gonna abide by? Certain rules that they've put on themselves. No fast traveling, no revives with stim packs. Only eating food that you've hunted. Runs. Kind of, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In theory, there's ways you could play the game where that could be true. Like, you sell all your stim packs so that you can only heal yourself with, like, meat you've hunted.
Right.
And, the only way to accomplish certain things in the game, you can't, screw with saves, or if people die, they die, and that's it,
Right, yeah.
And in theory of the not fast traveling, it would severely affect the game, because there are times where you get like prompts like, you need to go help such and such at this place because they're under attack, and it's like, well, I am on the complete opposite side of the map. There is no way I'm going to get there in time, and I can't fast travel, so that's it.
Damn, yeah. I wonder. I imagine there's like a whole bunch of different set of rules, like you're saying, that people set for themselves to do these runs.
I also really hope that you unlock more radio stations.
I'd imagine, because like you run to different areas and
because like I found distress beacons that just loop like, hey, you skeezer, I'm locked in the basement. You gotta let me out, dude. This message will repeat in 3 seconds. Which is fun too, because it's cool looking at being from Boston. It's cool looking at certain things and being like, oh, that's like a reference to this. That's a reference to this. The geography of these things is not quite accurate as one would imagine, in terms of like the distance to certain places.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's cool seeing certain things. I think that in most cases, every game, movie, TV show that generally tries to emulate the persona of Boston people always goes a little bit too far. Like The Departed, like not everybody talks like that. Like not everybody's like, oh God, dude, I gotta park the car, you skeezer. You wicked. Like nobody. That's not. Not every, like, I'm one of those people who, like, when I get angry, you can see the difference in how I talk. Like, I go from being a normal person who enunciates and, says words. Like, I don't have my R's or whatever. Like, I say the draw instead of the drawer.
Right.
The roof, garage. Quincy. That's the other thing. It's Quincy.
Right.
It's not Quincy. You don't say Quincy. It's Quincy.
Quincy, like there is,
like it's a Z.
There was a Z.
Yes, it's Quincy. It's not Quincy. Going to Quincy Market, dude. No, you're going to Quincy. It's just, I hate, like, that's one of those things. I hear it in the game, and it's like, who did that? Who made that decision? Who put that goddamn shit there? So anyways, I'm not gonna. We've literally been talking for like a full hour. We didn't even. We went from Fallout to Black Friday to Fallout.
Fallout. Yeah.
So I don't know.
People know. People know.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, I didn't really spoil anything because I myself haven't even finished the goddamn game. So if you are playing Fallout, tweet us. Send us clips, screenshots of like your
Tell us
favorite
what
weapon, armor.
Man.
You know, send me a screenshot of your Vault-Tec stats list because I'm curious to see how other people are running their, their perks.
Yeah,
like what level are you right now? Like
build?
What's your build? You know, are you playing on Xbox? Are you playing on PS4? Are you playing on PC? Are you running into frame rate issues like me?
Right.
Has it froze on you? I've seen people tweeting that it's been freezing a lot. I have not, I haven't heard much on the Xbox side, but I don't really know that many people who are playing it on the Xbox. So feel free to tweet at us at the DGCast on Twitter. Comment on this post on the website, thedgcast.com. Tweet at me so after I said. Tweet at Mike at mtong1. Like, tell us what's up. I'm curious to hear about your Fallout situations.
Yeah, for sure. I want to know if you're breaking the game, if the game's broken. Like, what?
Yeah, what's your most powerful weapon?
Yeah.
Mine right now is a shotgun.
Too. For me, it's a rifle. I think I built, or not built.
I've got a plasma pistol that I don't have on me right now because I don't have a lot of plasma, so I just don't carry it. But I have like a really cool legendary rifle that I got that doesn't have to be reloaded.
Oh, nice.
So it's bolt action. So it's when you do the bolt thing. I can't wait till CJ types that into text and tweets at me and says, "Hey, this is what you sound like when you make noises." Because he does that a lot. Because I do that a lot. But anyways, so it literally just bolt action next round, bolt action next round. So if instead of having like a 5-round magazine and then it's got to reload the 5, it just fires infinitely. So if I have 100 rounds, I can fire 100 rounds and I never have to change the magazine because there isn't one. Damn. So that is my favorite rifle that I have right now. I just wish it was silenced. I just wish it had a suppressor, but I can't put a suppressor on it until Gun Nut 3.
At all? Oh, okay. Say at all, or
yeah, I think I can't. I just don't think I can do it because I don't think I have the perks yet. But that is like once that gun is suppressed, oh man, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be dirty, as they would say. I think that's what the kids say. Because I can snipe from a mile away with crouched and get 2 times bonus damage for being hidden.
Damn, nice.
Yeah. And then I have a combat shotgun that I picked up that's fully automatic.
What?
So when I get into a situation where there's just tons of enemies, I'm like, it's shotgun time, and I bust out the shotgun and I just unload.
Unload on fools.
Yeah. I used to have my first version of that shotgun was a pump action that had a drum mag, so it had a 20-round magazine, but it fired pretty slow. So I lucked out and found an automatic shotgun from somebody else, and I combined them. And so I have an automatic shotgun with I don't think I have the drum mag anymore. I think it's the quick change mag. So it's like a 20 round instead of like a 24 round, but I can reload way faster. And it's fully automatic shotgun. And it just does absolutely it's ridiculous amounts of damage.
So basically it's a beast.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's like the second, pretty much everything I have is either suppressed or it's a shotgun. Like I have a tactical 44 that I've been building, but I can't do any more to it until I get Gun Nut 3, which is really where I'm at right now, which is why I'm using I'm leveling up other perk trees.
Right.
And
that way you can get that way you can get all the stuff you want.
Right. Well, that's the thing, right? Because I can't upgrade that perk for another like 4 or 5 levels. So I'm like, well, I'll use the I have to use the skill somewhere else. So I'm just kind of boosting up my other skills as I go. But because I spent so much time in the beginning putting my agility up for like certain weapons, my pistols do 60% more damage. My rifles do 60% more damage, which apparently includes shotguns. But the problem is I have to start upgrading my automatic weapons because I have 2 automatic weapons. I have a silenced automatic pipe rifle.
Hey.
I have a silenced 44 pistol, or a silenced 10mm pistol, I'm sorry. I have the 44 tactical, and then I have a legendary pipe revolver that's irradiated, so it does radiation damage on top of the damage that it normally does. And then I have the auto shotgun and the never-ending sniper rifle. That's my cachet that I travel with.
Dang, I need to.
Yeah, and then I have like a machete.
Step the game up. Machete. Nice.
So that's my melee weapon. I'll end with this tip, and if you have any pro tips, shout them out. But this is my pro tip: when you get to Bunker Hill in the game, which, to be honest, I couldn't give you a landmark of what it's near, because depending on what you found in the game, you might not even have found it yet. But anyways, when you get to Bunker Hill, constantly check Bunker Hill for a person named Cricket. Cricket is effectively Tiny Tina from Borderlands.
No way.
Yeah,
Nice.
like straight up. She's just like, the second I started talking to her, I was like, she's Tiny Tina. And all she does is she will buy and sell guns. But she sells wicked sweet guns.
Oh,
I got
snaps.
so. Have you found the Thompsons yet? Like Tommy guns?
I feel like I have one.
Okay, she sells one, or in this particular instance, she sold one to me called Spray and Pray. It's a silenced Tommy gun. The bullets explode when they hit the target for additional damage. It absolutely wrecks everything it comes across because it does good damage, and the bullets explode when they hit it. So it's like you fire and it's a 100-round magazine, which is awesome, and it's really accurate. It's got pretty good range, but it's awesome, and because it's a legendary, you can't scrap it. So I can't accidentally scrap this weapon, thankfully.
Oh, that's good.
And then I think I bought the 44 that I have now. I think I got from her too. But it's but I happened to be in Bunker Hill and she was there, and then I left, went and did stuff, and I went back to get more stuff from her, and she was gone. So I don't know what her circuit is for when she appears, when she doesn't appear, because it doesn't appear time-based, because I've been to Bunker Hill several times. She was not there, except for that one. But she was selling, the spray and play was 2,600 caps. It basically drained me of all my caps. I think I had 4,000 caps. I left with 600.
Oh, damn.
Because I sold her every single junk weapon I had, and I bought the 2 awesome guns from her. And some other random vendors have legendary weapons too, or legendary armor. So my advice would be to anyone who's looking to just sell stuff to people, quickly check their inventories and see if they have any legendary gear that might be helpful to you. That's but Cricket would be my priority. If you see Cricket, go talk to her. Go try and get a good weapon from her, because it seems like she's the Tiny Tina, has the weapons. I mean, and she even says things like Tiny Tina would say, her mannerisms and stuff. She said,
right. Same voice actress.
Is it?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know if it's the same voice actress. I'm just saying the way the character is portrayed.
Gotcha.
She says every cap you give to me is a donation to a tree that I blow up in your name. So I was like, it's totally Tiny. It's just it's supposed to be Tiny Tina.
Yeah.
So that's my pro tip. I don't know if you have any other pro tips.
No, that's solid advice.
Cool.
No. Carry a lot of stim packs, Rad-X, and Menots. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it basically, I think it ups your strength for a good minute or two.
Mentats? They're
Mentos,
supposed to be
yeah.
Mentos, but not.
Yeah, but they upgrade your strength for a good minute or two.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing. Radstag meat. If you kill Radstags and you grill Radstag meat, it gives you plus 25 carry weight for 10 minutes. So what I do is when I start carrying a bunch of junk, and it's you're too heavy, I eat a Radstag meat and then I fast travel back, because you can fast travel because you've now put yourself underweight by eating the Radstag meat, because it gives you a boost to your carry. So that's something I found. But so the Mentos, whatever.
Yeah, whatever
Blue's Clues, fucking. If you go to a chemistry station and you have Mentats and some other stuff, you can make grape Mentos, whatever. Fresh mints, grape fresh mints. Tic
Something.
Tacs, fucking, you can make grape Tic Tacs, okay? And when you eat the grape Tic Tacs, you sell stuff for 10% more and you buy stuff for 10% less. So basically, make some grape Tic Tacs, and then when you find something you really want to buy, eat a grape Tic Tac, and then buy it from them for 10% off. And sell them stuff for 10% more. So if you have like this crazy amount of missile launchers and pipe rifles and whatever, eat some grape Tic Tacs, sell them to the people for a bonus, and then buy something from them for a discount.
Huh.
So, yeah. I didn't know that because I started selling all this stuff, and then I saw the little description for it in my Pip-Boy and was like, oh, crap. Why am I not using these? Because I never use the jets or the psycho things or the psycho buffs.
Yeah, basically produce the drugs.
Yeah, I never use them. So I just immediately always sell them. But now what I've been doing is saving them, going to the chemistry station, making stuff with them so that they're more valuable, and then I sell those.
Huh.
Except for the grape Mentos. I keep the grape Tic Tacs.
Right.
And so anyways, I'm done. I'm not gonna.
Otherwise, we'll just keep talking.
We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
So,
fair enough.
It's the new Destiny, everybody.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
like I
against
said,
that.
I'm enjoying it, and I know that I'm critical of certain aspects of the game. Technical aspects don't get a pass. I don't give passes to technical aspects. It's annoying that the game is giving me trouble. I'm hoping that it's just isolated to maybe it's me. Maybe I need to clear out my PS4 hard drive. Maybe it's
whatever.
Maybe I'm running out of space or whatever.
I read something somewhere about, I think something with space. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah,
like someone was saying. Dude, I don't know. I'll find the article after this.
Yeah,
see if I can find it.
So, but that has been it for episode 45. Shout out to Bethesda.
Oh yeah, major shout out.
Good on you for making a game that's not Call of Duty.
Right. Even though I can't say much because I have Call of Duty 3.
It's fine. Just we'll edit that part out. Anyways, that's it. Episode 45, Disconnected Gamers Podcast. Follow us on Twitter @TheDGCast. Subscribe to our YouTube, youtube.com/c/TheDGCast. Subscribe to this podcast on iTunes if you're listening to us on YouTube, or if you're listening to us on the website. Give us a thumbs up or review on iTunes podcast services.
Just do it.
Bingo. So that is it for the episode, and we will catch you
on the bit.